Hello friends, welcome back to Talks TV. My name is Lalzar Pakhungte, and today in this video I'm going to show you something very interesting and something which is going to broaden your mind. So watch this video till the end, and if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up and share, and if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe. And guys, right now the sweet families you're seeing right now are the children and grandchildren of our first Chief Executive Member, our honourable and beloved father, Mr. C.H. KHAWTHLANG HMAR. Here I have the children of our first C.E.M. In the middle, they're here the eldest son, Mr. Dolal HMAR, and on the left, Mr. Chunga HMAR, and on the right, I have Mr. T. Bema. And here are the three beautiful ladies, granddaughters of our first C.E.M., Madam Lalsangzwali. She is right now serving as an assistant professor in Haflong Government College. She's an M.A. English major. And here I have Miss Fedelia Tuller, and she's also a teacher, a lecturer, M.A. Political Science. And here I have Miss Cordelia Tuller. She is my own teacher in AHS, and she's M.A. in Economics. So today we are going to talk about our first C.E.M. Okay, first of all, I would like to ask the eldest son regarding his career as a politician.
To begin with, the life of my father, late C.H. KHAWTHLANG. Well, he was born in 1904 at Dono village, which is near Harangazao. And while after staying there for a few years, they shifted to Nezing, now it is called P. Nasanzol. And from there they shifted again to Redzol for a permanent settlement. And while at Redzol, he was studying at Shillong, I think. After completing some middle school here, yes, he shifted to Shillong for higher study. But during his study, his father died, so he couldn't afford to proceed any further, and he came back from Shillong and joined as teachers, mission teachers, serving for some few years, earning only rupees 15 per month, so far as I know, if it is, so far as my knowledge go. And from there, during the war also, he was sent to Mizoram. From there he went to Sylhet as porter master. After completing his service during the war, he came back to Haflong and served as an overseer in the Haflong Town Fund Office. And from there, in the year 1952, I think, there was the first election, I think. He was elected uncontested from Zinam's circle. Then he was appointed as a chief executive member, being the first C.M. in North Cachar. So he served for 5 years. And after 5 years, there was the election again, but unfortunately, he was defeated. But still, he was appointed as a Congress president. He served for many years, I cannot say how many years. And after serving as Congress president, he was again appointed in the village defense service as an advisor, and he served till his death. So that is he died in 1974. Yes, I think. So regarding his political life, well, I am not much aware of it. Anyway, he has a great heart, because so far as I know, when people come to our house for help, or for any kind of another financial or any other kind of help, he never left them empty-handed. Although we were 5 brothers and 4 sisters, yet he somehow managed and try to help the poor as much as he can. So that is his greatness, which I admire till now. And regarding the family, he is a very strict discipliner, but as well as a very kind-hearted also. So he is very straightforward. When he said no, it is no. If it is yes, it is yes. And he will, if needed, he will scold even his senior or whatever the person may be if he find it wrong. So he is a very, so to say, a very rightful person who always speak the truth and who always admire a good and right-minded person. That's all that I know about his political life, or a short life that I can contribute at this time. Thank you.
And now I would like to ask the youngest son, Mr. Tibema, Sir Tibema, about his life, history, or how does he look up a family as a father.
Thank you. Okay, you asked me about the life history of Mr. C.H. Khawthlang. Oh, he has 5 sons and 4 daughters. Huh? So we all are 9. 3 of them were expired. 2 brothers and 1 sister. Eldest sister is Mr. VLT wife. Huh? And now we are 7. Oh, 8, 7. No, 6. 6. We are 6. Sorry. We are 6. And here I am living in the old house, this house. And then with my wife and children. I have three children, 2 daughters and 1 son. That's and my father left me at 1970. At the time I was very young. So somehow we with these 3 brothers were staying in this Khawthlang plot, so to say, his plot. We have to share each and every one of us has a little plot. So due to God's grace and my father have done a lot for their children. That is, I think that is his work, good work we receive from him. And till now, I may not be able to reach to my father's position because he gave us lots of property, all this land and all this knowledge. So to say, due to our father, we acquire knowledge, and this much I achieve is due to my father. So I'm also very glad, even though if he is no more, I still remember him. And in our family, among his son and daughter, no one is just so to say, not so much interested in politics, according to my calculations, so to say. But we do not know what about our future may hold. What we will do, we do not know. But after all, we have been political background son. Somehow, sometime we used to think like this. For example, if you just go out of your home, outside is politics. It's not it. We are living in a politic area, so everyday life is politics. That's all.
Okay guys, it's so impressive to hear. Another one interesting thing about their family is that being the father, the first C.E.M of Dima Hasao district, here we have another history, the middle son, Mr. Chunga Mhar. He is the first among the Mhar to become divisional forest officer. So we would like to ask you, sir, about if you have something to say about your father or about your personal life.
Thank you. Among our brother, I am the favorite son of my father, and as he look after us anyway, in very same and equal love to all, and he is very founding of education. But still, we cannot reach as our destination. Still, after he expired, I am recruit in forest department, and as by the grace of God, I promoted very fast and become up to DFO in this N.C.Hills district, and I am very glad, even and thanks to the God also. Now how I become such a great post, and I never think of in my life that I can become such a great position in my life. So that is the grace of God and the grace of my father even, I think, and all I have achieved in my life is only by the grace of God, and I hope in future also my daughter, my son, and even my grandchildren also, I like them to achieve whatever my father has achieved in his life, and also his son and all his granddaughter and daughters also may to achieve as he achieved in his life. Thank you. That's all.
Okay, that's very motivational as well as encouraging. So right now let's move to the granddaughters, the beautiful 3 granddaughters, but one she's already married. I hope you don't mind that. So first I would like to begin with the economies. Yes, the economics. Miss Cordelia Tuller, she is masters in economics. So Miss, I would like to ask you that how far do you think economy is related with politics?
Well, thank you for the question. There are many ways and reasons to answer to your questions, but I like to make them in a very simple way. First of all, we have to understand what is economics, economy, and politics. So economics is concerned with studying and influencing the economy, and economy is a system of trade and business by which the wealth of a country is made and used. And politics is a theory and practice of influencing people through the exercise of power, say for example, government and political parties. So even though these two concepts might have different meaning, but there is a connection. So to say, in fact, there is a strong relationship between economics and politics, because the performance of the economy is one of the political battlefields. As the wealth of the country or the wealth of the, for the welfare of the people, it is solely dependent on the smooth functioning of the economy. And furthermore, we can also see that many economic issues which comes up are because of the political, different political opinions. So in this way, they are connected. Say for example, let me just give you an example. A complementary goods like a car and a petrol. So a car is useless without a petrol, even though they are from a different physical form, but they are connected, they work together. So likewise, this economics and politics has to work together, and definitely the meaning might be totally different, but they are related, and it is a very strong bonding. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So one very, so to say, tragedy about their family is that being brought up from a politics family means politicians. When we heard about their educational life or their service right now, none of them seems to be interested in politics anymore. But I think we have here another Miss Fidelia, who is a master in political science. So I think there is a little bit of hope for entering in politics. So I just want to ask again, Miss, regarding you, according to your view, what do you think politics is all about?
Thank you so much. First of all, I just like to highlight something. As my personal view, I'll just say, I'm feeling very honored to be born in this family. And especially one is that, as you said, that what is my view regarding politics, being in a house of a politician, made by a politician. Okay, every day I get this kind of a, I would say goosebump, touching of the words, and I think that, yeah, something Politics runs in my blood. And as you have said that I'm a master in political science, so somewhere there is connection. Okay, now my view regarding politics. Okay, as I am a political science student, I said the political science is it's an institution. Okay, then we will study about the government, about the state. Okay, how the administration works, how the political analysis works. Now, when we say politics is something that everybody, wherever we go, everywhere there's politics. As my father mentioned, you know. Even in the house there is politics. Even among friends also there is politics. It's not it. Like you want to say you want your friend to do something for you, and you say that I'll do this one for you. That's also a politics. Everywhere there is politics. The thing is how you play. Okay. And when we say politics, is that with politics comes great power and great responsibility. Whoever takes up, they should think for the betterment of all the community as a whole. Okay, in my view, that is what politics should be. Okay, a great power and a great responsibility. Okay, and should have a proper ideology. Okay, with proper ideology, and what is their aim? Okay, what do you want to do? Not just go and poking someone else's party. Okay, clear concepts should be there. Okay, that is what my view. A clear ideology. Okay, a power. Okay, with full of responsibility, and with that responsibility, they should see that each community, each tribe, they live harmony. They should live peacefully. That's it. My point. Thank you so much.
Well, that's well said, and let's hope that nowadays, since we are lacking this women politician even in our district, so we will hope her to be very soon our political leaders. Okay, thank you so much. Right now, I would like to ask Professor Mrs. Madam Sangzwali, that what message would you like to give for your students? Let's say yes.
Thank you. So, as I am a professor of the college, I would like to highlight certain things for my students who will be watching this, I suppose. So, as a college student, you must have been always hearing advices of how to be successful in life, perseverance, hard work, sacrifice. These are the kind of advices that we hear. And, it has become a kind of a routine. So do we really, think what perseverance is, what hard work is? Do we really put this into use? Okay, so these are things which you have to think on your own, whether you have really put them into use. And one thing that is lacking in my students, I should say, is this lack of curiosity. In order to know things, in order to learn things, you have to be curious. This lack of curiosity is really killing us. Suppose you miss a class, but you're not curious enough what the teacher had taught in that particular class. You are least bothered. Plus, this mobile social networking has really taken a big toll on us. Okay, we have stopped. This has actually driven away our interest of reading books. So I would like to advise my young students, my young aspirants, to devote more time in reading. Read books, good books, magazines, newspapers, whatever you can lay your hands on, because this gives, it enriches life, okay? And it change the way you think and see the world, all right? So before I end, I would also like to add this. See, education. Education is not just the bookish knowledge or, getting hold of the degree for yourself, but it is educating yourself, the person, to be a good human being, which the society and the country needs for the collective good. So I would like to tell my students, keep these things which I have just stated, and all the best to my dear students. Thank you.
Okay, here we have another two cute great-grandchildren of our first C.E.M. So we would like to know your good name. So will you please tell me your name?
My name is Josephine Tul.
My name is Isaac Hawlai.
Okay, thank you so much. So after having a short interaction with the families, we have come to learn so many good things regarding education. And one very important thing that I learned after having a talk with you is that morality, it's very important, which means not only to simply judge others. Suppose we have the beginning is from a politicians, our first C.E.M, but looking at the present condition right now, none of them get involved in politics. So what we come to learn one thing is that we should not judge people. We should not judge people because of their parents, because of the father or the mother. So we all have we are all unique. So guys, thank you so much once again for your good time, and I really enjoyed this, and I hope all the viewers out there are also enjoying. And thank you so much, really.